Hello guys and welcome back to Star Drive with the BlackBox and Combined Arms mods. Once again I've had a load of helpful comments which are really good. You know, it's obviously a very nice community that surrounds this mod. I won't go through all of them. There's loads of helpful ones like in the fleet. If I go to a fleet, I can click requisition and the planets will build the sort of the ships I want in this fleet for me. The main comment I want to just touch on is that people do want to see the design process. So what I'll do, I will keep the designs, the design screen as I'm going through all my thought processes in the videos, but I'll kind of try and segment them off either into separate videos, or I'll just I'll just flag up when I'm doing it and allow people to sort of skip forward and things like that if you're not interested in the design. But the comments kind of make the good point that the ship design, is where this game really shines. So it does seem a shame to cut it out. So let's advance the game again on half speed, guys. So do bear that in mind. And we are dealing with the polyps. We've already taken back a number of our worlds, and now I want to basically hang on to what we've taken. There goes our these are sort of the streamers, yeah, with their missiles. So, yeah, take out that colony ship if you can, guys. So let's have a look what's on this world. Oh, quite a bit of defences. So we're gonna need troops in numbers. How many have we got on this world? A few. A few. What's this? Yeah, I put this on the governor, didn't I? Yeah, not enough. I don't think. I want the invasion to be fairly decisive. So what have we? How many have we got from here? 7. Oh right, yeah. Let's get these 7. Ooh, I've selected 8. Though, have I selected a commercial freighter as well? Space Marines. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So let's. Great. So I've got my 7 Marines. Let's bring them over just to the orbit of Minota 1, and then when they've arrived. Oh, those bastards. Polyp forces. Oh, here's the counterattack, guys, I think. We need to... I've been wondering where the Polyp fleet was. Everybody... I should probably just click 1, shouldn't I? And then my main fleet will be there. Hang on. This is why I'm... Right. Let's see how our ships are outnumbered, and they're... What are these? That's... they're using... kind of energy-based weapons, yeah. Pressing tab, by the way, to see all that. That was another helpful comment. So these are our older, hopeful class. The Courtesine, taking another world from the Opterus. The Opterus are really on the back foot. Oh gosh, there's loads of them. I thought I was having an easy time of it. So yeah, the first fleet is now moving back, and we've got some more ships at Sol. Let's bring them over as well. This is the crunch point, I think, guys. Oh, the defense station. So, shields have just given up. It's inflicting some damage, but I suppose that is the... That's the thing with static defense, isn't it? It's not meant to actually do the job on its own. Okay, so they've gained superiority over Zama 1. We need to get our boys above Zama 3. Our first fleet's coming in. I did make the design choice to have them fairly slow in terms of their warp speed. Oh, and they're already landing troops. Damn. I thought we'd have a bit of time. Okay. So let's try and collect our forces around here. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're sort of we're coming in piecemeal. Oh right, so we've got the magnetic artillery. Ah right, so this is causing me because because what I want to do now is design my frigate, but we're kind of in the middle of a battle. Where should we go next? I do want to. Yeah, let's go with system networks for more research. I don't want to neglect my economy whilst we're doing all of this fighting. So what I want to do now, guys, is design my first frigate. So that might take a little while. So if you don't like ship design, skip to the next video, because we're going to get our geek on and get into designing a frigate. So before we do that, I just wanted to check. I've just clicked on exactly the same button like a plonker. Where is my prototype? If I click on it, will we go to it? Don't explore the galaxy. Don't rename you, I just want to go to you. Okay, let's exit out of that. It's in the first fleet. What I want to do is just have a look. Has it arrived yet? Yes, here it is. So this, I believe, is a frigate. Yeah, definitely. So these look like railguns. So that prototype's been around since the beginning of the game, is what I wanted to look at. And so the frigates are going to be quite important ships, and I was thinking about this last night away from the game, which is always a good sign if you're thinking about a game when you're not playing it. The frigates, you know, right now they're going to be like my main capital ship, but later on in the game they will, you know, they're going to become, you know, well, we need to think about what they're going to become. Are they going to become like a PDC sort of ship, or are they going to sort of be a bit of a brawler, whilst my larger ships, my cruisers and what have you, because, you know, I turn them into like carriers or something like that. Anyway, let's get on with designing this ship. But basically what I'm trying to say is I don't want it to be overly specialised at this point. So railguns. Yeah. So it's obviously designed to be a forward kind of firing ship. You know, you've got these options up here for the ship's behaviours, and I don't think a broadside's gonna be particularly wise, because these O, you know, the outer panels are only 1 deep on this frigate. We could put some there. Yeah, so, you know, I could, you know, on other ships we could have kind of these kind of sort of a battery of rail guns, but yeah, it's just not obviously set up. Oh, short mass. Ooh, they're not that short, are they? They're probably short range, as in this version of the mass driver has a shorter barrel made to fit onto smaller ships. Projectiles have a shorter range and less explosion radius. Ooh, hello. What are you? So it fires at velocity so high that the strength of materials upon impact is very small. Right, so the range is 1700. Let me have a look. Yeah, so the missiles that we've seen so far, they've got a 6000 range. So 1700 is, in one sense, quite well. It is quite short range, I think, isn't it? What's the PD? Yeah, so little PD cannons we've been using. That's got a range of 1,000. So these haven't got, well, the hypervelocity hasn't got that much more range in the sort of scale of things like the missiles. So I do want some missiles. Let's go with some missiles, and absolutely want some railguns as well. So why don't we go with 2 sets of railguns, and I want some PDs as well. So these are forward firing by the looks of it. It hasn't got this symbol that I can rotate them, so let's put just some little PDs on the front there. Should we double up? I'll think about that. And we're going to need some kind of sort of PD defense on the side. Are they all in turrets, these? So, okay guys, let's get rid of the missiles from there. We'll put them in sort of a forward firing configuration. But I want something that gives us kind of broadside protection. So what is this? Let's go from the top. Kinetic turret. General purpose cannon fires kinetic projectiles at high velocity. Okay. Advanced flak. So that it could be it. That's one option, I reckon. Flak, is that just a lesser version? 90-degree field of fire. So if I did this, no, actually I can't change their direction by the. Oh, bugger. So it's got a 90-degree field of fire, and it is on a. Maybe if I get rid of symmetry, can I change the direction then? No. Ah, bugger. So, can these. What about these hypervelocity guns? If I switch them out, they've got quite a poor arc of fire, though. I do want to use these. Could have one massive one right in the middle there, couldn't we? But I think we need some PDs. Let me just save this. Oh, the ship design's invalid. Okay, because our yeah, okay. Let's okay, well, we'll put some on this side here, just to give us some protection. Let's have a think about what modules we want now. So a bridge, definitely want a bridge, because it's absolutely essential. I was more thinking bridge versus a cockpit. etc. But this is a capital ship, so we'll have a bridge. And sensors, yeah, definitely. We'll fill in the ordnance and things later on. So, defences. What about... so why don't I bring these back slightly? Then I could bring these in. But I want 4 of them. And then I could... well, could I bring these back one? No, I can't. Okay. So let's just... maybe do this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then I can go with armor. So why don't we go with solar armor? And I could toggle the symmetry back on to make my life easier. Maybe I should bring this back again, actually. Because I do want some shields. So what are our shield options? Excuse me. So static barriers, well, that's not very exciting, is it? So it's basically a choice between class 1 shields. I'll toggle the symmetry off. Class 1 shields or class 1 mag shields. So basically the mag shields seem to be weaker, but do a nice big area, which is a bit wasted on a ship like this, I think. Or the class 1 shields that do 2000. So they do 2000, whereas the mags only do 1200. So let's go with a class 1 shield there, and then can I get one to cover the rear of the ship? Yeah. Now then, whilst I've got all excited about my various modules, I haven't put any power generation on here. So fusion reactor will generate us 300 power. And that does seem to have taken care of those needs, but we haven't put our engines on yet. So, we did... the medium engines came with the frigate. So what choices do we have? So a medium warp engine, but it's you know, not very good at sublight. The frigate engine has been pushed to the limit, using twice as much power to deliver an additional 50% thrust. So let's let's have a look between those two. So thrust is 27k against 90k. Fine. Warp is 160 against 300. Yeah, fine. Okay, so that makes sense. So I think maybe the choice is between combat thruster and then a warp engine, or whether we go for kind of a jack of all trades. So in terms of the medium engine and the overdrive one, is the medium engine obviously is not as oomphy in terms of the power, but it takes less power. So why don't we put the overdrive engines on and see whether we've got enough power capacity? Design issues. No sub... oh, it doesn't... does it not... what's... sorry. Ship cannot move at sublight speed. I see. So the overdrive engines don't give sublight? What are they telling me? Okay. So these engines then don't give... so what's the difference between something like a small engine and a medium engine? So we need these thrusters, perhaps. So let's stick those medium engines on. And if I put thrusters on it? The ship cannot move at sublight. I think that's... oh, is it because I haven't powered them? if I add some power, let's go with the armor. Let's see about solar armor. So if you is that the answer? Low warp speed. Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, it was me being a plonker. I had kind of the engines, the right engines, but obviously it wasn't recognizing them as such because it didn't have any power. Likewise, I've got the same issue with this shield. But why don't we bring everything back one, and then we could put a what if we put this one here and then move that up? No, okay. Just wondering whether power conduits are actually a good use, and no, they're not really, because still need power. So power capacity. What if we So it increases the power capacity. Just looking at this stuff over here now. Yeah, it doesn't seem to help that much, does it? It does help to power this, but yeah, I can't use the solar armor. That does make sense because we're on the inside of the ship now. I can't really bring this back one because then the front of the ship is not fully protected. So maybe what's an auxiliary power core? Oh, provides and stores power as well as increasing warp speed. Oh, it's big. It's too big. So power conduit doesn't work. Nuclear reactor then I think is the way we get that shield powered. And let's stick a small ordinance in there. So going through then. So we've got our weapons. I'm quite happy with that. I just hope these can fire out the side, but it doesn't look like it. Power plants. I think we've sorted all that out. Engines, we've got our engines. Power cells. Do we need a power cell? Here's the question. If I put one on, the designer has previously said, you don't need it. Yeah, excess power cells. There we go. So power cells capture and store power from the ship's power plant, increasing the ship's effective operational range, as well as stamina in combat. So yeah, they are for basically, well, I think they are for energy weapons to give sort of power storage. That's the way they work in Star Drive 2, anyway. So I think I'm done close to in terms of modules. So let's get Ordinance. And I think the way I want to go is those will be Ordinance, and this will be. I should have symmetry on. That'll be power armor. Solar armor. So low warp time. The ship's ability to sustain warp speed is limited. Add reactors to increase power output or energy storage. Oh, okay, so maybe I do need one of those power cells. Let's take symmetry off. So I plonk one there. Does that help with the issue? Not really, and it's telling me I've got excess power cells. So if I was to add a nuclear reactor in there, would that help with the situation? Not really. I think it's this problem here, recharge at warp. Indicates the net power flow of this vessel when it has its warp drive engaged. A negative value here indicates the ship will have a limited warp range before it needs to stop and recharge. A positive value indicates that the ship can keep its warp drive engaged indefinitely. Okay, so it's basically these may have to drop out of warp, like sort of kind of a short range hop before going again. On the one hand, I'm okay with that, but on the other, my fighters and my corvettes can sustain infinite warp. So we'd have basically a fleet where these guys would slow everybody up. So okay, we'll sacrifice some ordnance for more power. But what's our ordnance like? Ordnance capacity 149, ammo time 38. That's pretty. Well, I get the impression that's pretty low. So I wanted armor by here because we've got the reactor there. Sensors, can't get rid of the sensors. PDs. I do want armor surrounding the front of the ship as far as possible. Yeah, okay, well look, I think we'll just have to go with this and see how they perform, because, you know, getting rid of armor for more ordnance is, yeah, that's a tough choice, that one. I'm a bit concerned that down the bulk of our ship we've got no armor to take care of anything once the shields have gone down, and this shield might be taking quite a lot of punishment. Let's finish this design as it is, and we'll see how it performs in combat, and then I might need to play around with things, and obviously with our technology we'll move along, so we'll be able to add more exciting stuff to it. Not that railguns aren't exciting, has to be said. So let's save this, and we will save it as I shall abandon the anti-plant propaganda names, and what will be a good type of name? Let's go with kind of Greek heroes. So let's go with Hector, and then we'll go, you know, Achilles and all of those kinds of designations. So we've saved that. So save that as the Hector, and yeah, I'll just do it for peace of mind, and come out of this screen. So I'll end the video here just in case people didn't want to see me ramble on about ship design, and in the next one we'll actually try and crank some of these out and employ them in combat. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I will see you in the next one.